Right, so I was just going to start doing the highlights, so thinking about where the eye will sort of look deepest and where I need it to look like it's popping out. Okay, so I want to think of fat pads under the eyes, what elderly people may have. Think of the folds that I might have around my mouth. Think of my jowls, which I've already got. And go from there. So I'm thinking about the highlights first, the bits I need to stand out. So the first one I'm going to do is going to be, I'm just going to use a white really, just so you can see just a bit clearer. Okay, so that's my first one I'm going to do. Then I'm going to do another little line like this. Then I'm going to do from the nose downwards. I'm going to do another, maybe some more. Okay, and then I'm going to maybe do a little bit here and a little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit here. I'm going to do a bit here and a bit there. I'm not going to fill in that for the chin. Okay, then I'm going to think about my detailing as well. Okay, so it's always easier to go in with your highlights first. Okay, so I'm going to think about where I'm going to add all this. Okay, and I'm going to go maybe a little bit here, there. Okay, you can kind of start seeing my thought process. Okay, now this is going to be quite a, cartoony, like, typical pantomime witchy sort of person, so nothing too technical. Okay, but it's going to really show you what shade and highlight can do. Okay, so then what I've done, so I've mapped that out. So if you have a look of where I've positioned it, so at this point maybe pause. Okay, and then I'm just going to use my brush really gently. I'm just going to soften those lines now, make it really soft. Okay. I don't want to take it all away, so what I'm doing is just gently buffing. Okay. And what you want to do is buff out. Okay. Go from here. I don't want to put a bit too much on here, but I want a particularly, I'm a very tired old witch who's particularly evil. I'm going to go for evil just because I can, and then I can change my expression slightly as well. Okay, and I have had a lot on my mind because I've been so evil, so I'm going to have quite a bit of eye baggage going on. Okay, and I'm quite happy where I've sort of kind of placed everything. Okay, so I'm softening that quite a bit, as you can see, so I can just about still see it. It's definitely a lot softer. Pardon these bits. Okay, and as you can see, like I said, I am just simply patting more than anything. Okay, so we've already started to get our little bits of patterns that we need. I'm actually now going to go in with a bit of eyeshadow or some dark sort of contour? I think I'm going to go for dark contour first. So I'm going to get my powder contour, okay, and I'm going to go for my darkest shade, okay. So I'm going to go in with that, and I'm going to start adding where I want my shade to look. So I want the cheeks to look quite hollow and gaunt, which needs a lot of shading for me, because I'm not hollow and gaunt. Okay, so I need to create this illusion. Okay, so just with my eyeshadow, I'm just going to work along. So the first thing I do is the hollows of my cheeks. Okay, and I do it right to the edge, and then I just buff, as always, to soften that downwards. Okay, you can always go back in after with the white if need be. Okay, the reason why I use cream and then I go in with the powder for the shadow is because the shadow is easier to remove. If you go too much, it's just easily removed. And if you were to put cream on around the cream highlights, so if you put brown cream based sort of grease paints, then it's really hard to stop that from sort of blending together too much and sort of melting together. Okay, so I want to try and create that illusion of a jowl here. So a jowl is where you kind of contours start to sag. So it's not what I want to kind of give myself a bit of a bunching because I'm a witch. So I'm just going to use my shadow at the moment. Okay, then I'm going to go around, probably going to go around my little nostril. I'm just going to add a little bit of shadow to my laughter line and a little bit to the corner of my mouth as well. Okay, I'm just going to add that in. I'm going to have to do a bit of work around this nose because it doesn't fit that well. So I'm going to add eyeshadow down the bridge. Okay, and then I'm going to do the eye. So first of all, I'm going to go and make my eye bag. Okay, so that's my first bit. Okay, and obviously remember this is just a little bit of shading. It's not what it's going to look like as your final look, okay? It's just to help you build it up without having to spoil the look by going too much with product, okay? When you're working in theatre and stuff, you do have to do these look as quickly as possible. So the quicker you can work and the best sort of method you could use to sort of help you do that without making major mistakes is to do this method. So cream, base, cream, highlight, just to get used to where you're going to place things, and then use your shadow to add a little bit of contouring and depth. Okay, and then you're going to go in and make that depth a little bit more detailed. So with the eye, this is obviously because I'm going to be an evil witch, so this eye needs to look evil. Okay, and a bit more sunken than what my actual eyes are. Eyes are a dead giveaway if someone's young. Okay, so I'm just going to work right there. So what I'm trying to do is fill in all this part, bring it down. Okay, and that's going to get darker and darker and darker. Okay, but I'm getting quite happy with how this is going at the moment. And it's going to do some little lines in between. Okay, I'm just going to really soften them with my skin because they are literally needing to be a little bit more detailed than that. And then I'm just going to work around into my hairline a little bit as well. I'm going to put my hair down and make it look really witchy. So I've got that so far. I'm going to work a little bit because it's not sticking too well here. Okay, now what I'm going to do is get the eyeshadow around the old lippies. I don't want nice fat lips, okay, I want to make them look a bit thinner, hence why I put the foundation on. I'm just going to work that in. Okay, so can you see it starting to sort of form? Okay, we will add texture to the skin. We're going to add some like splatters of old age spots, etc. Okay, but first of all, first things first, I'm going to go back in with a bit of cream. Okay, so I'm going to look for what have I done with my cream palette. What have I done with that? It's over here. And I'm going to go in now with a brown tone. Okay, so in this palette here, I'm going to go for this brown. Okay, and I'm going to just define the areas I need. So I want to bring out that hollow of the cheek a little bit more. So you've got to think this has got to work from a distance. Okay, so that depth needs to be not wishy-washy, not too dramatic, but enough so if you're working in like a medium-sized theatre, if you were to stand at the back with the lighting, so here I can see in my camera with my lighting